What's up, everybody? My name is Micah Gogan, and I am located in Gogan's Garage in Heber City, Utah. A little bit about me: I have over 20 years of experience in the gym in fitness and fat loss. I grew up overweight as a kid. I struggled with all the things that come with that: emotional stress, unhealthy relationships with food, unhealthy relationships with myself. Over time, I've helped myself lose over 70 pounds. I've competed in bodybuilding, strongman, and other athletic events. And I've learned how to change my life and improve the quality of my life through fitness. And that's what I want to help you do. I've helped several people lose over 100 pounds. I've helped people eliminate pain and ultimately have a better quality of life through exercise. And I'm starting these videos to help give people tools to be successful. And I figured, what a better way for my first video to be about my top 3 things just to get started. This is for somebody who maybe they're nervous about starting in the gym. Maybe you've lost the habit of exercise, you've gained a lot of weight, and you're not quite sure where to start. And those are the people that I love to help the most, because I want you to know the gym is a place of success. It's a place of support. And there are so many people you can connect with, like me and others in your area, that you can have a positive experience. My goal is to help people lose 20 to 30 pounds in 90 days. And it's called my Kickstart program. And if you want to learn more about that, simply send me an email or a message, and I'd love to get on a phone call with you. But today, again, I want to cover my top 3 things for getting started. Like they say, the first step is always the hardest, but once you get going, it gets easier. So step 1, write down a goal that is specific and write it down so that you can see it every day, right? Maybe it's to lose 20 pounds. Maybe it's to run a mile. Maybe it's to walk a mile in less than 15 minutes, right? Maybe it's to not have knee pain when you get off the couch. Whatever the goal is, write it down and make sure that it's realistic. What's great about today's day and age is you can connect with so many fitness professionals and so many people who have similar experiences as you. So if you're like, hey, I don't know if this goal is realistic, send me a message. I'll let you know if it's realistic and what the timeline breakdown is. Ask your friends, ask your family, talk about what you want to do. But number 1, write it down. Write it down. Step number 2, focus on one thing. One of the books that I read that was probably the most influential for my career was titled The One Thing. And I'll leave a link for it in the description. But it just talks about how focusing on one thing builds success everywhere else. And a lot of times in the world of fitness, we get so excited. Well, I'm gonna run a mile a day, and I'm gonna eat nothing but vegetables and chicken breast, and I'm gonna take 7 different multivitamins, and I'm gonna get 8 hours of sleep. Okay, great. We love gumption, mostly because it starts with the same letter as my last name, but also because it shows that you're invested in it. You believe in yourself. You have that confidence. My advice: focus on one thing. For example, somebody comes and approaches me and says, hey, Mike, I want to lose 20 pounds in 90 days. Awesome. I have a 90-day program that does that for you. But more specifically, what's the one thing you're going to focus on to give yourself success? Is it going to be eating better? Is it going to be eating less? Is it going to be exercising more? Is it going to be changing your exercise? Is it going to be focusing on your mental health, right? What is the one thing that you're going to do? Because in the world of fitness, one thing branches out to all these different things. I've seen it with myself. I've also seen it with several of the clients I've worked with, right? A lot of times when we're working, we focus on mostly moving more. So maybe if you work out 1 or 2 times a week, we want to work out 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 times a week, right? But sometimes we get so overwhelmed with too much stuff, right? Too much stuff. I don't want you to be like, well, I'm going to eat 1,600 calories. I'm only going to eat fruits and nuts and chicken breast, and I'm going to run a mile a day, and I'm going to do 50 push-ups a day. And then pretty soon you have a bunch of stuff going off. And when you have success, you're not quite sure what was the greatest indicator for your success. I want to make sure that we're measuring. Okay, week 1, we focused on exercising 5 times a week. We lifted 4 days a week and did 1 day of cardio. Bam! That's what we did that week, right? We see what happened. Next step, okay, we're going to keep the same lifting structure, but now we're going to hone in on our calories a little more. Hey, let's focus on eating 2,500 calories a day instead of just going hog wild and eating whatever you want. Follow me, right? So number 1, write it down. Number 2, focus on one thing. Number 3, set an appointment. And I'm not just talking about setting an appointment with me, although I'd love that. Set an appointment for yourself. Find a time and a place that you are going to be consistent with, and make it be a place that's going to keep you accountable, right? You wouldn't miss an appointment. Well, maybe you'd miss an appointment for the dentist, but maybe you're less likely to miss an appointment if you have a commitment and it's written down. Again, you got to write stuff down. I'm horrible at that. If I don't write something down, I never remember. Hence why I live off my iCalendar. If I don't get the notifications, then I'm not going to remember. If it's not right here, I can't remember. I have ADHD. I don't know if you can tell. Anyway, accountability and coaching. So let's review real quick. Number 1, set a specific goal and write it down. Number 2, focus on one thing. And number 3, find a time and a place that's going to keep you accountable, or set an appointment. Look, I'm going to be doing a lot more of these videos. If you found this beneficial, if you have questions about my training program, or you just want somebody to exchange random movie quotes with, then I'm your guy. But go ahead and send me a message, give me a like, give me a subscribe, share this with somebody who maybe wants to start a fitness journey, but they don't know where to go, and I'll be sure to respond. You can also check out my 90-day custom fitness program, where we focus on losing 20 to 30 pounds in 90 days. It's custom, it's online, and it gives you all the coaching that you need with me personally. So if you want to learn more about that, send me a message. I'll set up a 60-minute Zoom call with you, and we'll go from there. But for now, I'll see you later.